do that. So this play, Voices at the Mary Elizabeth Hotel, the main character is an actor, a young man who's living in Washington, D.C. And he gets this scrapbook, arrives in the mail. And in opening the scrapbook, it was from his mom. And it is her scrapbook that she's kept of him and the Mary Elizabeth Hotel and his uncle, who was the bellman there. And the bellman at the Mary Elizabeth Hotel and the Zebra Lounge. And the arc of the story, because the building has come down, is that he has to go back. He has to go confront his past. And this is not atypical, but he has to go confront the past and the ghosts of the Mary Elizabeth Hotel that include his uncle and his mom. And he assumes, because he's an actor, he has to assume all these roles and bring this place back to life for himself in order to move on. And I appreciated what One Night in Miami was, because it was alive. And my play is about what happens with death. And now in those neighborhoods, there's all this other stuff happening. For better and for worse, we don't know yet. The Underdeck, I think, is going to be such an interesting project to tie it together. But one of the things that Suzanne had done was catch my attention when my husband is on this Underdeck committee, and he had said, "Look, come over to the Overtown Performing Arts Center, and Dorothy might be there." But it's our first chance of speaking with the community about what we're building, what we're trying to tear down to rebuild. And as part of the Arch, that's his role. So I go with him in this amazing meeting of elders and young people who don't know the history, don't really care about it, because they're putting down they may be from Jamaica or the Bahamas or wherever. Lots of young women who are entrepreneurial, and this is what they're just wanting to know. You're not going to dig up the damn road in front of me, with this building I just did, but you're not going to do that. But Suzanne was helping to run this show, and Alan said, just watch her. And I did. And I was thinking, oh my God, she's amazing. And she introduced me to Metris, who works at the Duns Josephine next door. And she's just sort of saying to everybody at the end of this meeting, you should come over and look at the hotel. Come look at the hotel. And I'm somebody who needs a hotel, because as part of Summer Shorts, we do something called City Rights. And that's a weekend, that's a theater playwrights weekend, which has just been held at the Epic Hotel. And now I'm going to the Duns Josephine. But I'm wandering around, I'm looking at the art, I'm looking at the photos there of the musicians, and then wandering into these, she's giving me the whole tour, and this room is the Billie Holiday room, and this is this, and this is, and I'm thinking, oh God, this is Voices at the Mary Elizabeth Hotel again. And, maybe what I need to be paying attention to is what that little germ has been sprouting all along. But Suzanne is now, we've hired Suzanne because of Three Little Birds, Bob Marley's Three Little Birds, which we're producing. I've had the license for that for 3 years. And I'm so gratified that with all of the changes and new awareness, which is just awareness, let's just face it, it's human awareness, that I I see this interesting integration of community and history and art all finding a connection, literally a connection. In Overtown, and we have a program that we've just been funded for called Homegrown. And it is a 2-year initiative sponsored, underwritten by the George Perez Family Foundation through the Miami Foundation. And we have chosen 7 playwrights of color in Miami who are not babies. There's a couple young people, but the rest are, established artists who are, some of them are writers and some of them are ready to be writers. They've been actors and other things. And over COVID, they've discovered how much they want to write. And one of the things of my grant is that I have to go find places to put them. I have to find places for them to write together and workshop together. And I, as he says, well, Susie and Kristen Kitchen, well, you use the hotel for that. And then you have the Performing Arts Center next door when you need, and I'm like, yes, and it's all 10 minutes away from everything. This is